Welcome, everybody, to a brand new show called Charlotte Matt Explain. We are joined today by a very special guest, Cam from Sarcasm
Right.
City. Thank you for being here. Appreciate
That's
it.
all right. Thanks for having me. I'm going to enjoy the show.
Cheers for coming on, mate. I loved the show yesterday you did as well with Elena as well. It was brilliant, man.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
So good.
It was funny, man. It was funny.
Literally.
What we saying then? What's the topic right now? I know that something's just happened about 5 minutes.
I wonder what happened just about 5 minutes ago. Go on. Would you like to explain what happened 5 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Cam, bro, there was a little bit more to it, right? So I was watching the game and Man United went down 1-0. I get a voice message from, who do you think? Oh, 1-0 Liverpool, 1-0, woohoo. She did it with Fulham the other day as well, and they were 1-0 up. And I was like, calm yourself, wait until the 90 minutes. It's not over yet. And I've had to do it to her again twice in 1 week to calm herself, and yet we win again at the end. And that's why I'm more happy about this result, not just the fact that Man United beat
You voodoo Liverpool.
I can't even say anything anymore. Like, I literally am fuming.
To be honest with you, today I was just saying to Charlotte, obviously today I haven't really actually watched any football. I've just been chilling with my little one today and obviously playing in the snow and that. So I haven't actually watched any of the games today. I just obviously found out that United won 3-2 and Bruno Fernandes, it was apparently Bruno Fernandes free kick, and then Charlotte was telling me Ian Wright's going mad because apparently they don't think it was a free kick in the first place.
He was, but Alan Shearer and Gary Lineker thought it was, so it's sort of 2 against 1. But then Ian Wright could be right, you know what I mean? But
you know what? It's because Arsenal were out yesterday. He's hating. He don't want Man United. What it is, I think what it is, he's got a little agenda there. He's like, you know, man, everyone's saying Arsenal. This is Arsenal's cup, and if it 14, Man United on 30. So if they take over, they will not take over. But if they hit the 14. Everyone be like, oh, it's not Arsenal's cup anymore, blah, blah. So I feel it's like, you don't listen. If you're not going to win it, you know, we've got nothing. We've got nothing anymore.
What are you making of the Werner miss as well today? Like, he seems to be lacking a bit of composure against goal, doesn't he?
The Werner miss, that's what you're talking about, the Werner miss. Can we talk about the fact that Kepa was in goal with Snow? Kepa and Snow don't go together. They should never go together. Like, I was fuming at the fact that Kepa was starting. And then, like, usually you get the ball goes through your legs, not through your arm, through your arm. The ball went through his arm, I thought he was trying to do snow angels, to be fair, when he was trying to save that. I thought he was like, yeah, I'm just going to go do snow angels.
It is, though, I got to give Chelsea their respect, innit? Because no matter what, yeah, I think I tweeted it earlier as well, yeah. I don't know if you saw my tweet earlier, innit? I said, no matter what, yeah, they hold it down with their sponsorship. Whether they're scoring 3 or conceding 3, there's always seems to be 3 goals in that match.
I knew this was coming.
So I said, you know what it is, yeah, for a joke, yeah. I said, Luton were going to win 3-0 today, innit? Yeah. And then I saw the scoreline and I saw 3-1. I was like, I kind of was right. Like, there was 3 goals.
There were 3 goals, yeah. Look, I wanted Luton to win that, definitely. And look, I know Charlotte's mad at the fact that Kepa was in goal. I mean, you think he's gone though, Cam? Like, you think he's done there? Like, even after that FA Cup game, and like she said, like, he let that goal in. I know you probably didn't see it, but
to be honest with you, when they first signed him, and I'm not saying every Chelsea fan did, but a lot of Chelsea fans were getting like overly hyped on him. Like, oh my God, this guy's like, because of what they heard about him, yeah, and the little highlights they saw of him on YouTube, which don't show him his whole every 90 minutes. They just show him his good parts. Obviously, whoever's going to edit it is going to leave out every bad part. Yeah. So they got gassed on a few YouTube videos. And the fact that the price tag was 70 whatever mil. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not saying every Chelsea fan, but I personally knew a lot of Chelsea fans myself that got gassed. They were like, "Yo, Kepa's meant to, man, look at his age. He's meant to be the next big thing. We got the," and I'm like, "All right, cool, fair enough. Fair enough." I was like, "Cool, whatever." But now look at him. You're not gonna get.
I didn't want him.
You know what?
I didn't
You're not
want
gonna get
him.
more than 30 million from him.
You're not going to get anything from it. If you were going to give him away for charity, no one would want him. Not even a charity shop would want him. That's a fact. That's how bad he
Give
is
him to
right now.
Brentford, seeing as we just signed their keeper for 6 months.
Do you know what the problem I have with like all these goalkeepers that people big up? I didn't want Kepa and I didn't want Mendy. Like everyone's
Mendy,
been.
you know what? A lot of
Do you know
people
what?
get
Mendy's
Mendy,
basic. He's
I,
basic.
Yeah, he's basic, but I think he's just a little bit better than basic.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Kepa, we've had
He
Kepa
doesn't
for
look-
so
look-
long that Kepa makes Mendy look really good.
No, that's the
But
thing.
he's
I'm not
just
saying
doing his
Mendy's
job.
like
He's just doing his
world
job.
class, but Mendy's better at doing his job than Kepa.
No.
Literally.
He is. He does his job, but that's it. Like he gets goals out.
But he's
But
not like a world.
recently,
Yeah, I get what you mean. He's
recently
not like a
he's been
world-class
looking like Mr.
keeper.
Tickle. Fun, you know.
I got one here from Chris. This is quite funny. As a Liverpool fan, finally glad to see what a goal looks like this year. you got 2 in 1, Chris. Do you know what I mean? 2 in 1, not
You got
bad.
2 in 1. It's like a London bus. You know what they say about London buses? You wait an hour for some, and then you get 2 in 1.
That's true.
Absolutely true, especially in London as well. Like I don't know what it's like out there on Barry Island.
Probably only got like a bus an hour, innit? No, because my nan used to live in the village, so I remember there was only one bus that used to come every hour.
Yeah, but Barry Island's not a village.
No, I'm not saying it's a village, but it's not like a.
Yeah, it's true. Can we just pull up this comment here now? It says,
No.
Charlotte, you should have gone for Donnarumma. I wanted Oblak.
Oblak,
Okay,
with Oblak here, you're gonna like.
Do you know
right
what?
now,
The only reason we didn't get him is because we spent so much on Havertz. But look what Havertz done. I would have rather had a decent goalkeeper than Havertz because Havertz hasn't done bugger all to me. So I would have rather have a decent goalkeeper and not bought Mendy and not bought Havertz, but bought Oblak and paid for his clause. Because I'm telling you now, it would have been the better option. And Frank didn't want Mendy. Frank didn't want Mendy either. So
when you think about it, what you paid for Mendy and Kepa is what you would have paid for Oblak in the first place. So you kind
Exactly.
of fucked yourself there.
2 basic, 1 shit goalkeeper, 1 basic average goalkeeper for a world-class goalkeeper. I want the world class. I don't want this basic, like worried about when they go in goal if they're actually going to slip up and let
Did
a
you
goal
take
in. No. No, thank you.
What do you feel, Cam, about Arsenal getting rid of Martinez? Do you think that was a mistake?
do you know what? Yeah. Now I've seen people get onto Martinez, because of some of the goals he's letting at Aston Villa, and I'm like, bro, this is his first full season, and he's gone to a team that, on paper, is a lower standard team right now than Arsenal. On paper, I'm not saying obviously the way they're playing right now, they're better. I give it to them. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not even trying to take it away from them. Villa are going in hard, so I give it to them. Yeah, but on paper, they're not a good team than Arsenal. If that makes sense. Yeah. But you need to realize Martinez, he's on my Premier League team, innit? My fantasy football team, innit? Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, bruv, I get like 5-6 points from my guy. So I can't complain, innit? Like people get on him. I'm like, bruv, look, it's just it, bruv. Villa won, so why are you getting onto him? Like, all right, he let 1 go in, but
So why Leno over Martinez? Do you think you would?
I'll pick Martinez over Leno. That's what I was trying to get at. I'll pick Martinez over Leno.
Why do you think he?
Because he's been at our club for longer. I reckon we could have cashed in on Leno, got more money for him as well. Used Martinez, gave him this season to properly adapt himself as our number 1. And then we can then know if he is good enough, or if we getting or getting rid of Leonard was a mistake or not. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, he hasn't done that, so we'll never know.
That's a fair point, to be fair.
Same with you, Laurie. What do you think about that situation coming from an Arsenal perspective?
Boring. I'm bored of talking about this situation. He's gone. So there's no point in talking about if we kept him, what could have happened, and this, that, and the third. I'm bored. I'm not going to talk about it because it's boring talking about it.
You could probably buy him back for about 90 million.
The only thing I will say is initially when we sold him, the only thing I said about it was it's not that I couldn't see the hype around him. It was just, it took him so long to break into the first team. He did take his chance when he got it. But the problem is, form doesn't mean shit to Arteta. If you look at players when they're in form, they get dropped. They don't play the next game. But that's the only thing I'm saying on it.
Well, Charlotte, what about you on that, the Arsenal thing?
I mean, the Arsenal thing's just tiring me out now. Like, not because I'm like being horrible, but like, it's like it goes so far up that like until you deal from the top to the bottom, nothing's gonna change. And I feel like we just keep going on and on. And all these Arsenal fans, not you guys here, but like there are Arsenal fans that just go on and on and on, and like they sound like crybabies over it. And I'm like, but this has been going on for so long, so long. Like, how long has this been going on for? Like 10 years?
More than that.
Well, I'm being generous here. I'm being generous here.
How
Since
long?
But they've been literally been paper macheing over all the wounds and like just painting over them like then nothing happened, and it's all started to crumble, and now you have problems, and you've got big problems, and like you firstly got to start with your owner, because your owner is a massive problem. Like,
so you think the last best goalkeeper that Arsenal had was probably Lehmann, right?
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So is that somewhere that Arsenal are lacking? Like, I don't think it's necessarily the goalkeeper. I think he needs a team in front of him as well. And I think having a strong CDM midfield, a player, and I don't think like people like Xhaka and that should be at the club. Like, but that's just from my own perspective.
There are so many people at Arsenal.
I think Xhaka should be at this club, bro. Every Arsenal fan wants him to be gone. Well, most Arsenal fans I know want him gone. This guy's a bro.
It's weird how he survived that.
In the top four with him in us since he's joined us. You know that.
I didn't want to.
I wanted to play into better midfield, but we've not even finished top four since he's joined our squad.
I cannot understand how. I can't understand how there isn't better out there, and what he shows on the pitch. His example of being a role model is a joke. Yes, he was getting insulted, but that's what comes with football. We're all YouTubers. We get abuse all the time, and we can deal with it. So if we can deal with trolls, how the hell can they not deal with trolls?
And they're getting more money than us. Then they're worried about
literally like shitloads of money. Like
they're worried about these trolls. We laugh at these trolls, and they're worried about these trolls.
Yeah, I know.
Some pussy hole movements.
Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Boy movements, man.
Should be the other way around. Completely agree.
People like Xhaka need to go and play in Thailand with the lady boys, man.
No, definitely agree there.
He might get shirty though. He might get a little bit shirty out there. Too much attention. Do you know what I mean? He loves it.
Just to clarify, if Bellerin left the club, would anyone care? Like, genuinely, would any Arsenal fan care?
Maybe one or two, but that's about it.
The one or two that will care would be probably his cousin and his brother or something.
I mean, he's completely irrelevant to me. Like, I just think he's rubbish. I don't even know how he makes a starting lineup, to be fair. He
We
brings
haven't got
nothing.
another right back right now. Really,
I
What
know, and
Cedric-
I think that's your problem. You need something decent.
Would you agree with that comment down there?
No one's giving Leno slack, but
I
he's not.
wasn't giving Leno slack. I was just saying I would have preferred my team, but that was that.
Yeah, no one's giving him slack. He's just not on the level that we had it in terms of Lehmann. Lehmann was the best German keeper we've had. He was not on that level. Look at what Lehmann did. Lehmann used to ring necks. If Lehmann was our keeper right now, and he had that defense in front of him, trust me, we wouldn't be conceding as many goals as we do.
Trust.
He'll be kicking them up the backside, and you'll see it on the pitch. He's what you call a commanding keeper with a capital C. So no one's saying that Leno isn't good. He's just commanding. He doesn't talk enough. At least he's got rid of the punching as well. Have you noticed that? He's actually learnt how to catch the ball rather than punching.
Yeah, trust.
Like De Gea, do you know what I mean? The way he was punching him was like he was Mike Tyson in a boxing ring. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you don't have to do that, bro. Do you know what I mean? Calm, steady, just catch it. You should be able to catch it. You're a goalkeeper. You've got that advantage over the strikers and that, you know what I mean, to get up upon it. So I hate to see a keeper punch it when he really doesn't need to. It's crap. And I'm glad to see that he stopped that. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. Do you know what it is? Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, if the keeper's under a lot of pressure, yeah, then yeah, cool. But by all means, if the safe route is to punch it. But then there's keepers, yeah, that are like, there's no player around him. Yeah. And it doesn't even look like there's a player that's even going to threaten him. Because they're all looking at the keeper like, yeah, this is the keepers. So they're not even like, they've given up on it already. And what did they decide to do? Bang, punch it. And you're like, why did you punch it for? Just catch it.
It's like a basketball player just like punching it. And
you know how many times keepers used to get caught out on that as well? Sometimes, but I remember used to see matches, but even today, bro, sometimes you see matches where keeper punches it instead of catches it and then gets bloody done. They score a goal from it. They can see the goal from it.
We got ads in the house here. He can't stay too long, but I'm pretty sure you're wanting to express your delight on the result today, 3-2 against Liverpool. Bruno Fernandes at the end with a free kick. Some say that it was controversial, including Ian Wright. What do you make of it, mate?
Load that clip for ads, boy. Load them clips.
Listen, bro. I'll say this to you now. All of listen, I respect all the Liverpool fans who were being respectful to us before. Yeah, I respect them ones. But I'm going to get into the rivals after. But all of the ones who were calling Oli a PE teacher, saying, you know, Bruno Fernandes can't do this and Thiago's better. You man got patterned today. And you lot should be ashamed of yourself. Listen, as soon as I think of Klopp, I can't help but laugh. This guy got done by Burnley, and then he gets done by us. He was holding the phone to both of us. And this guy, he should be out of football. He's a disgrace to football. I don't care what he's won. You do not discredit what other teams have done just because they're above you. Because he was above us. What he'd be saying is that they're doing bits and that they are the ones who deserve to be top of the league. We deserve to be the top of the league, and today just proves that. So, Bruno Fernandes, brilliant. I think Greenwood and Rafa deserve praise as well.
Fire for your rascals.
Donny deserves a bit of praise as well. I think Oli made the right decision, bringing Fred and Bruno on, because as soon as they came on, there was just a big spark in the team. And maybe if they don't come on and do that, they always deliver at the end of the game like they did today. There was a lot of energy in the midfield. It surfaced a lot. But what I would have done is I would have taken McTominay off, put Donny a little bit deeper, and then play Pogba and Bruno in 2-8. But all the ones who were talking crap, where are you now? Zayn, my brother, hold that same energy when I'm going to destroy you on your channel, mate. I need an invite. You are betting on 8:45.
Hair, bones, molecules, teeth, eyebrows. He's coming for the whole lot, bro.
All I've got to say is, before I go, because I have to go right now, got some work to do, but all I've got to say is,
nah, don't go.
Pray for the rivals.
Nah, you come on. Nah, man came to smoke these man, bro.
Pray for the rivals. Monster,
I have to drop the mic moment.
at the start of the season. Monster, you're the one saying pray for the rivals at the start of the season. Pray for yourself, your team, and all the other rivals because they're the ones who need it. Yeah, they're the ones who need it because Klopp is disgrace to football. He's a disgrace to football. I don't care what he's done. I appreciate. Listen, I respect everything he's done as a manager, but there's no way you can come out with scandalous comments and then not expect hate afterwards. I dropped my mic, man. I'm out.
Ads, thank you, mate. Ads, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ad.
Wow.
Take care.
Wow.
So Liverpool, take your L and smoke it. Roll it
Oh
in the
my
tobacco,
God.
roll it in the L skin, and smoke that, my guy.
Liver L, innit? You know what I mean?
Liverpool L's. L's.
I like.
You might as well you might as well call your new name Elsie. No disrespect to any Elsies out there, if there is any Elsies out there. I was just trying to find of a feminine name.
Splifferpool, you know what I mean?
Liverpool. Oh my God.
Splifferpool, you know? Brandon, how you doing?
Good, mate. Good.
You got anything to vent about Arsenal's performance yesterday, or anything about the result with Man United and Liverpool today? What you say?
He pretty much covered his vent yesterday, man, with his review.
Yeah, I know.
There's no use in me venting anymore, mate, because I'm used to it now. You know,
We've got you after the storm, then, yeah. Like you've calmed down a little bit. You've sort of rejuvenated your thoughts. What are you thinking now?
I just feel like Arteta made far too many changes. You know, 7 changes is a bit too many. You're changing 3/4 of your squad. You know, something just didn't click yesterday, and it doesn't help when you've got crap like Willian and Pepe. You know, players like that. It doesn't help at all. So I think Arteta definitely has to take some of the blame. No question about it. But that performance wasn't good enough. You know, we went out of the cup, or everybody likes to call the FA Cup the Arsenal Cup because we won it the most. We went out with a proper whimper. And best of all, we've got them again on Tuesday in the Premier League, so even better.
I know. So I was just coming with them little ad-libs.
What are you making of that going into it though, Cam? Like you've got Southampton again. You think you're going to spank them? Do you think?
Look. I'm not expecting to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do win. That's the funny thing.
Why is that?
Because he's going to play. He's going to change it back to 5 other players, which will be Smith Rowe starting, obviously, Saka starting, obviously, Martinelli probably start, and it will be either Uba or Laka up front. It'll probably end up being Laka up front. Xhaka obviously will start.
Do you agree with that though? Do you agree with that down there though, mate? I just saw that. I thought
Arsenal are at least 6 players away from top 4 spot. 6? Fucking hell, you're being nice.
Yeah, I was about to say 8 or
6, bro. We need a whole squad, like 11 plus another 11.
New seats, new hot dog stands.
I want to move back to
Arsenal
Highbury.
players like T.
I just want to move back to Highbury. would you move back there, bro?
Cam, would you keep Martinelli and Saka or not?
Yeah, 100%. Whoa.
Yeah, but then those 2 and then get rid of everybody else, yeah? And then just restart.
Yeah. Obviously, I see what you mean. Yeah, obviously.
Like they're the only 2 decent players that.
And Smith Rowe as well. And Smith Rowe.
Record signing.
Antony and Gabriel.
Antony and Gabriel. Yeah. And Leno, just for now, unless we can get a better keeper.
You can't get a better signing. We paid so much.
You know what? We can give you.
Mr. Drop the mic. Come back to pick up that mic for more smoke.
No, man, I'm just here to be respectful in that, man. Big up to the panel in that, man. But yeah, no, it's just, you know what, the thing I don't like is like we can all sit here and agree that some fans are more respectful than others, but when it comes to them being in a comfortable position in the league, it's as if they have to be respected more than the others if they predict it at the start of the season. And that's what Liverpool fans don't deserve at the moment, because they said, you know, 90 points ahead of everyone else, and they're going to hit like 3 digits at the end of the season. And this is we've all heard it from Terrence and other channels on Twitter as well. They've all said it, and now they don't want the smoke. Like Zane's not on the Terrence, he's not coming on tonight. There's no way he's going to come on tonight. The reason why we're all here is because we're realists, and some people just aren't. And if we were to lose today, Matt knows this. If we were to lose today,
Liverpool fans are feeling me shot. What the hell was that? But Liverpool fan. What the hell was that?
We've had one Liverpool fan in here, and he's actually said like the funniest comment. He's been quite cool about it. Where was it? This one? Yeah, there you go.
I can't even lie yet. From who commented? I think someone commented earlier as well. Unless I saw it on Twitter. From 0-0 to this today, like what the hell happened?
I'm pretty sure it was Chris.
Nobody. Yeah, I big up to Chris though, man. He's like one of the only decent Liverpool fans I know, man. Always respectful, always humble. But it's just a majority of your fan base are fools. And I'm not even trying to be rude. I'm sure everyone here can agree. We've all received some sort of hate from Liverpool fans when they've beaten us or done something to us.
I'll be honest with you, me personally, I've not really felt it from a Liverpool fan, innit? Maybe it's because I only know like a couple in it, but I've not really felt it from a Liverpool fan because I think in a way they more could know what I'm going through because of their league, the way obviously we went 30 years with the league. So I know a couple of Liverpool fans that are humble, like, yo, listen, look, the only thing we can really banter him about is the European Cup, is a European Cup, because that's the only thing Arsenal, because that's the funny thing. As soon as Arsenal win one, if we ever do win one, yeah, I'm not saying we will never win one, but I'm not saying we will ever win one. Yeah. But if we ever do win one, there will be nothing to banter against Arsenal. Unless we get relegated, I guess.
Yeah, if you get relegated, because you've never been relegated before, have you?
Yeah. No. But still the only team. That's the thing. We're still the only team that's never been relegated.
Cam, forget about other fans, mate. Depend on which side of the fence you sit on. We get bantered by our own fans. You know what I mean? Arteta wins a couple of games, and all of a sudden he's a god again. And then if he loses a couple of games, everybody comes out of the woodwork and says, "I told you so."
My piece, what I had to say yesterday on this thing. You already know. I know you saw my tweet. I'm gonna say that in. I'm not starting no fire. It is what it is. Bruv, I've been saying it for a couple of weeks. Bruv. It is what it is. Fam. My biggest problem is the fact that Arsenal fans banter other Arsenal fans literally means you're literally giving every other fan base a free pass to banter us as well, because we can't even come together as a one fan base unit. And then you sit there, you complain. Well, not all of us, but half of them sit there, complain, sulking like, "Oh, we're always getting bantered," and you wonder why.
But this was my whole issue with the transfer window as well. Like I said it in one of my videos on my channel. I'm Arteta out, but that don't matter at the moment because we're in a January transfer window. We as a fan base should be as whole saying, "Hang on, this isn't good enough. This transfer window is not good enough." We should be but instead, we're too busy
when we're getting gassed.
Yeah, can I just say something quickly? The reason why now for sure, I won't ever hear anyone say that Arteta and Oli are not too far off each other. It's not after today. It's been for a while now. Ever since you lot brought Odegaard in, yeah. The reason why I don't really rate Arteta is because why would you bring in these crap players and buy them confirmed, sat down on the deal, you bring them in for long term? Oli did that with Igalo on loan because he knew he could do a job, right? He wasn't there to stay for the long term. He could do a job, and that's what he's done. Scored 10 goals for Man United. That's good. He can move on somewhere else. This guy has brought in top quality players, a decent goalkeeper, and a top quality midfielder on loan. Do you not want them there for the long term? Like, you're not going to get anything out of loan.
I think with the loan moves, yeah, I think it's more to do with the financial things right now. With the old COVID situation that's hitting every club and all that. I think it's more. I think the clubs are looking at more like, all right, look, I don't mind loaning players out, but unless someone's giving me the money up front, I'm not selling. No one's really going to be able to sell properly.
But what do you make of that deal though, Cam?
Well, oh God, like I said, but fans are getting gassed over a player who's not even in the Real Madrid squad.
Yeah.
Well, my view on
Literally
it is, right?
another Ceballos.
Yeah, my view on it is the guy's talented, right? But the way the deals fell, we're in a lose-lose situation because we've only got him till June, so it's only on a 6-month loan. He's going to come in, and it's going to go either one of two ways. Either he's going to hit the ground running and be absolutely excellent, and then we're going to lose out in the sense that because we haven't got a buyout clause. Because we haven't got a buyout clause, we're going to end up overpaying for him if we want to buy him, or he's going to come in and be a total flop. Because it's going to take him so long to adjust to the league. So I don't understand the deal myself personally, but there you go.
Arsenal fans think he's going to come in, because we've had such a similar season to what United had last season. And then they bought Bruno Fernandes, by the way, who was an actual midfielder that everyone has heard of, who was in the team doing bits. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Most Arsenal fans seem to think that this Odegaard guy, however you say his name, is going to come in and be like a Bruno Fernandes signing for us. Now, but it's exactly what you said. It's either going to go one or two ways. Either he might be the Bruno Fernandes signing for us, but then that just means we lose him in summer anyway. So what we can't really rely on him like how United rely on Bruno Fernandes, because
there's no comfortability at Arsenal. There's no comfortability, bro. Like there's always something that's to be disputed. There's always something.
Real Madrid are laughing about this.
The fans.
Real Madrid are laughing right now because they know they've just cut their wage bill on one of their players in half, and they've just got a nice little 2.5 million change for him. Do you know what I'm saying? They're laughing about this.
Yeah. Not only that, right?
He obviously was never in the plan. I know he was injured, but he obviously was never in the plans to be in the Real Madrid squad.
Not only that, right?
You've always got to remember, just to sort of punch in on this. You've always got to remember, if he was that good, they'd want him back.
Yeah, that's. Go on, Brandon.
But not only that, right? Yeah, the La Liga rules state that every player has to have a buyout clause in their contract. This guy has got a buyout clause of £320 million. So say if he comes to Arsenal and for the next 6 months he absolutely kills it, Real Madrid can turn around and say, you want him, you're going to have to pay £100 million. Now, me personally, who would you rather pay £100 million for? Odegaard, who's had a good 6 months, or would you rather go and splash that money on Jack Grealish?
You know what, though? I'll say this to you now. I'll say two things, though. As soon as I saw that story, I saw a girl's video, and it was fair. It's fair because you lot don't have no comfortability with your transfers. It's never really top-notch level in a player. Yes, I think this guy. I've watched him. I've seen highlights. He's a good player. He can bring some quality to a team. But what I'm trying to say is, I said to the Arsenal fans who saw this when they were getting gas, I said, you lot better hope this is a clickbait story, like it always is, because most of the stuff that comes on the internet surfacing Arteta is clickbait. And I said, if he comes to your team and does something well, and if he does something badly as well, he's always going to be seen as someone who did bits at Arsenal only for a short term. Yeah. I'm sick of people who want a short-term process. Long-term is better. It's more definitive in how your team wants to move forward. Yeah, and everyone forgets this. Like, this is why I don't like. This is why I don't like people saying maybe 31-year-old should come to Manchester United, because I know Cavani's not a long-term deal either, and everyone's there saying he's our number 9. It mads me really badly. And the second thing is, you lot should have put the money down for Grealish years ago. Like years ago, before he was really properly gassed, because I know he had links to your team early 2016 days. Then it stopped a little bit, 2018 rise, didn't come back again. Then last season, that's when you really should have gone in for him, and you didn't. And that's not, it's not the fans' fault. I'm not talking about you guys. I understand what you're saying, because we could have gone in for a few players better before the ones we have right now. But I'm glad that we kind of done fucked in a way. There are flops like Martial, there are flops like Fred who didn't play well. Oli has bettered those players. Can Arteta do that to the bad ones? No, clearly he can't, because Pepe's not improving. El Nini's not improving. And the only player I see improving is Leno. But goalkeeper shouldn't really have to improve. He should be on top-notch form anyway. And there's no ambition in the team. It's not just to cash in again. When there's no ambition in the team, you're not going to move forward. Simple as.
Yeah, and I agree. And not only that, you look at Arsenal's short-term deals of recent times anyway. I can hear an echo. I don't know why.
Check, 1 2 1 2.
Mute Laurie. I think it's Laurie.
No, I've got my phone case on.
Oh, right. Yeah,
right.
no. The thing is as well is you have to look at Arsenal's short-term dealings that they've done anyway. Willian, look how that's worked out. There's a bias as well. Certain things like that. It just doesn't look like it's going to work out. And I'm going to have to jump out, guys, because I've got some stuff to do. But appreciate coming on.
Brandon, take care, bro.
Brandon.
Take care. Thank you for coming
Take care, mate. Go check out his content too.
Subscribe to his channel. Shout out
Where
his
you at,
channel.
Brandon? Let us know before you go.
Yeah, Brandon AFC Fan TV on YouTube. Come and check it out. There'll be plenty of Arsenal content there for you guys.
Take care, bro.
Thanks, Brandon. So what were you saying there? Like, I mean, would you agree with Brandon on that?
I would certainly. Like, there's no. I'm sorry to say this because obviously I'm fond of many Arsenal fans, especially the ones in this panel at the moment. But what I'm gonna say is like I'm sure we can all agree there's no actual structure or confirmed figure at Arsenal. I know you lot have brought in Odegaard. I know you lot have brought in Matt Ryan or whatever his name is.
All
But
that.
where's the capability of you lot moving forward? I don't see it.
Yeah, I agree.
Name
Yeah,
me
what
one
you saying?
lone player that's been a success for Arsenal. One. Just name me one lone player that's been a success for Arsenal.
Go on, John.
We can't because we
You'll
haven't
see
had it.
Benayoun.
What, 'cause-
Benayoun. Gee, where is he now? He must be playing like soccer beach ball in Brazil or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But for me, I don't like loan markets anyway. I really don't. But I understand. I really don't understand why, if, like Anthony said in the comments, if we've got 120 million, where the F is it? Was it to pay off all these people to get rid of them? Because that's what it seems
I
like
think
to
that's
me.
what it is. I think that's what it is.
It wasn't to buy players because you wouldn't trim your wage bill to get loan signings in. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And
I
he
agree.
openly admitted that Runnison was a panic buy. So what's that telling you? He's never. If you're coming into a team and you see that another keeper gets brought in your first season, you may as well just say, "F it!" Like, what am I doing here?
Yeah, it's true.
Our market is we're a laughing stock for a reason, and I think I've heard it in a few streams as well. I'm pretty sure Ads is the one that says it, and I'm sure it was on the stream yesterday that you was in, Cam. We don't act like a big club, man. We really don't. The market that we've got, the money that we've got, we're lied to, we're fooled, we're deceived, we're tricked, we're made to look like chumps, and a lot of people take it. That's why the fan base always splits on each other
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
true.
The fan base really splits on each other and they're divided because of that as well. Because you got people that are like, oh, forget Arsenal. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to protest. And then they're not backed with the people that say that they're going to back them. Just like the board don't back our managers. It's just all a vicious circle and it goes on and on and on and on and on. And it's just boring. It gets boring talking about it. That's why, like, when people banter, it's a if you can't beat them, join them situation, because you can't be asked, because you'll be just moaning and complaining until the cows come home, and nothing's gonna change.
Well, yeah, Laurie, to flip it on the other scale, we got John here. He's from Singapore. He's at Spurs. What do you make of it, like the Arsenal situation?
I actually think the board don't back the board never backs the manager like our board does. Like Inigan leaving there never backs any of our managers. Like we could have got Grealish and Bruno Fernandes, and for a combined 10 million, they didn't want to spend 10 million. Like just a combined 10 million on like them. Like we could have got Bruno for extra 5 million and Jack Grealish for extra 5 million, but they didn't want to spend the money. So like, I'm quite angry with the board, and it seems like they're not gonna spend this January anyway. So I'm really upset that I think if we actually got a Sabitzer and maybe like a Milenkovic in, we would probably be in contention to win the league.
And the thing, John, can I just put in what I was saying about Arsenal? Although you lot are in a
Yeah.
better position than us at the moment, you can say the same thing. Name me one loan
Yeah,
signing
that's what I'm saying.
recently. Name me one of your loan signings that have come good as well. They've all been trash.
Regulon.
Bell. What? Why did you get Bell? Why did you bring back Bell?
That's it. Yeah, vibes thing. I think.
For squad depth, that's the
Vinicius Junior. He's not gonna play, and he knew that. That's why he was alone. And what's the other one? Glenson
Regulon.
Fernandez. Don't understand that one either.
Bale was just getting tired of playing golf in Spain and was like, you know what, I fancy a holiday back to where I live and I can play golf.
I'll
Like,
just go home for a year.
But like, do you know what? I think
though.
that, yeah, but him moving was silly. He has like a nice weather where he was. Yeah, he didn't play any football, but he had a lovely golf course. He had a nice tan, and he's come back to this shit weather.
I think he missed it. That's why, isn't it? Obviously, I think
Money.
he missed it.
Isn't Real Madrid paying him?
I'm bored of
and
being in the sun all the time. I wanna see some rain and snow. I wanna go home.
It's funny, so yeah.
You see that? Was it a video of someone? Was it the game they played in the FA Cup?
Yeah.
Someone was videoing him outside their back garden, like, oh, it's just Bale playing next door. Do you know what I mean? At the lower league. I thought that was pretty cool, though. You know what I mean? Even though he wasn't playing because he's just lazy and not very good.
Yeah.
Can I say something quickly? Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
What I want to say is, listen, we've all been through bad patches of our team. But what I'm gonna say is, especially me, like last season, I wasn't in this community, and every time we lost, I would get vexed. Honestly, it'd be worse than what happened on my stream when we lost at RBL, when I literally broke a disc cover. But no, it's just we've all been through the patches, and I'm sure Manchester United will go through another bad patch. But all I'm gonna say is, we're capable of winning. And do I think we can? Yes. Will we? We can't say City will, because they're still behind us and currently playing them. So for me, if it says City are definitely going to win it, they should just hold that, and just see what happens at the end of the season.
I think, but I'm not. You know what it is? Yeah, I thought City might actually get away with it, but I think
they will. You can think they will. Like, you can predict that City will win, but no one can say that they definitely will win. Like, people.
No. I'm not. You know what? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, innit? Like, at first, I thought City was like, yeah, they're gonna run away with it, but I actually now am starting to think that United will give them a run for the money.
Yeah.
I think United will be the challengers this year. United and maybe Leicester as well.
Do you think? Do you guys think Chelsea have got any chance? Charlotte, what about you? Do you think?
No, we have no chance. Not
Wait,
a chance at all.
You got to worry about.
Do you know what? And the reason I say this is because the way we're playing is not title challenging mentality. The way we're playing it's not title challenging. Like, we can't title challenge this year. Like, this season is not our title challenging season.
Charlotte,
it's not.
Change, because at the start of the season, everyone was saying you lot are one of the favourites.
I've never said that we're going to win the trophy this.
Everyone
was saying that if they don't win the league, at least top 5 is confirmed. That's what they were saying.
No. So, I've always said that I would like my team to qualify for top 4, because that's what I think that we should be aiming for, and that's what I think the standard of Chelsea is.
After their 5th signing, sorry, go on.
As far as I'm concerned, with how we're playing, and if we continue to play like this, I think we'll finish 8th. And I've said this now for a while, because the way we're playing, like, the players don't look like they're playing for the manager. That the players aren't giving like 1,000%. They're turning up and like not even performing. Like, and people are like, yes, we got a win. Yes, like a win today against Luton, but it's Luton. Like, dude, you know what? Prove to me. No. Prove to me that you can do this in the Premier League now. Don't just do it in like against Luton, against Morecambe. Like, prove to me you can do this against bigger clubs.
Who's your next team? Who's your next game?
Then, like,
Wolves. I think the next game is Wolves, right?
Wolves.
Yeah, but can I just ask a question though?
Yeah.
Charlotte, can I just, your top goal scorer is Tammy Abraham, and he's not playing. And I've said let him play, and when he plays, he betters the team. So why does I don't get why
Nah,
he's
not
not
necessarily though, as man. He played the other day
You know
as
what?
well. He played whack the other day.
He's been one of their
You know
best
what?
players.
Ads, I thought, like, I couldn't even tell you, like, I mean,
Facts.
Lampard has literally, I don't understand the logic of some of his decisions, and unfortunately that's where I can blame Lampard, is because his starting 11, his substitutes, they're on Lampard, they're not on anybody else. I can't blame anybody else. The decisions he makes on who to sub and who not, at what time to sub and not, and who he's starting lineup, like, that's on him. Like, that's not on me. Like, I can't do anything about that. Like, as far as I'm concerned, Lampard's decisions haven't been acceptable. When you're making subs in like the 70th to 75th minute, like, for me, that's not great. That's a sign. Like, and the team as well. Like, I just question it. Like, how? Like, do you know what? It's still annoying me today that Kepa and Snow were put together and played in a starting 11. Like, I'm fuming about it.
In game time though, Charlotte, you like Mendy, like everyone's there can play. Like you said it yourself. You said Mendy's average, so Kepa needs to play sometimes because an average player is
No,
never
he
going to
don't.
be.
No, do you know what? Do you know what? He's an average player, but Kepa's worse. Kepa's worse. Kepa's so bad. Like, do you know what? When I saw Kepa and Snow today, I knew there was going to be a mess up, or he was going to mess up, and he did. And then I got to say, I told you so, because I expected nothing less. Like,
Yeah.
I thought he was doing snow angels when he was trying to save the goal. Like, I thought he was trying to do snow angels, man. I was.
Cam, what happened to your predictions today, bro? Luton beating Chelsea. That's what I thought, bro. Say nothing. Yeah, you're out. Be quiet.
I said that earlier, bruv. I said to thingy on my Twitter, innit? I actually said I wanted Luton to win 3-0 today, innit?
Maybe
I said, but big up to Chelsea because they're holding down their sponsorship deal well, innit? Because there's 3 goals in all your matches, whether you're conceding the 3 or scoring 3. There's always 3 goals in your matches, bro.
For everyone, no, bro.
How you doing
Jam,
about that, mate?
Oh, yeah.
You happy about that result
Sorry.
today? Like, Charlotte was worried about the team selection before it, but
I'm worried. I was disappointed.
Kepa don't surprise me. If you put Snow and Kepa together, that's like a disaster waiting to happen. Anyway, because the
Can I just
guys-
ask a question though? Do you guys want Mendy to play every game?
Yes, I would rather have Mendy than have Kepa put on a pitch and me have a heart attack. Every single movement he makes, I'm like, shit, what's he going to do next? I can't deal with that. I would rather at least have Mendy, who I know can actually does his job. He does the job of a goalkeeper. Kepa doesn't do the job of a goalkeeper. He just scares me, gives me a heart attack, gives me heart palpitations, cages me and makes me drink. Like, I don't know what else to do. Like,
Ben Foster or Kepa?
Who? Ben Foster, yeah.
Ben Foster or Kepa? Who would you
That's a
rather
silly
like
question.
shoot and goal?
how's that
silly
question? That's a question. Yeah, Ben.
I don't get it. Like everyone's there saying, oh, you know, they'd rather play Kepa. They'd rather play Mendy now. But then before they're saying, yeah, you know, let's just finally accept, yeah, that Mendy has had a good start to the season, but he's now dipped into a bit of bad form. And the reason why that is because his team isn't playing well either. So we can't just
Do you know
say he's average.
all I've said about Mendy is that he's an average goalkeeper. He's not world class. He's not great. He does his job, and that's
he's
it.
better than what we got.
And he's better than
better than what we got.
But you're
Yeah.
Chelsea, like you don't settle for players. You know, if someone's crap, you normally get better.
Max.
You don't settle for, like better. I mean, you'll go for a player that's gonna be a match winner, like someone that's gonna bring something.
Yeah,
to
but
the
we
team.
wanted Laurie. We wanted Oblak, and we didn't bother doing that because we decided.
Yeah, did you hear what I said about
your players? Like,
you're saying,
you know what I mean?
yeah, you spent on Kepa and Mendy, you could have got Oblak. So that was like some silly price.
Yeah, Oblak wasn't leaving though when we bought Kepa. Not at that point.
Yeah.
But Kepa's a cheat though.
But
He's a scum.
Donnarumma would have been a good option as well, to be fair.
Yeah, but
Anyone
it's
would.
I can't stand his agent Viola. Man. I can't have that thing around me.
Do you lot have taken Oblak though? Like, if like he's there on the table now for how much is he? Like 80 million?
No, more than that. He's 106 million euros.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Brother's hitting 30 soon, or is he like 31? I swear he's 31 already.
How can he be 100? Really? That's incredible for like he's in his 30s. Yeah.
That's why Chelsea. That's why we didn't buy him when they wanted
Why are
us
you
to buy him.
surprised, fam? If Kepa's worth 72 million.
No, he's worth 100 and it was when we were trying to get him originally before we got Mendy. They were 107 odd million. He had a release clause in there. Yeah,
That's mental.
Yeah.
It's just unfair. So
Talking you, how did you feel about United's result tonight, mate, against Liverpool?
Talk to me.
Oh, talk MU. There you go. Sorry,
No. Top result, mate. Yeah. I still think we've got a few issues at the back there, haven't we? Because Maguire and Co. and McTominay's trying to play out and stuff. It needs working on that. But overall, I thought we played well. Donny van der Beek, he needs more minutes, the kid, because his confidence is going to be knocked if he keeps getting quarter of a game taken off, not played, and then put in little bits and bats like that. Ollie's got to make a decision. He's going to either play him or he's not. You know what I mean? You've got to give him more minutes, mate. You've got to give him more minutes.
But what do you expect him to do though? Because he was gelling into the game like late on. What I would have done is I would have put Donny a little bit deeper, taken McTominay off, and then played 2-8 with Bruno and Pogba. But I'm glad Donny got taken off because you can't expect him to play a full 90 minutes when he's literally just come back into the team. You cannot expect that. It just doesn't work. We've seen it with players.
I get what you're saying.
We've seen it with players in the past, though, mate. Because we brought Bruno on. Like first game ever, Bruno came on, and then great. It's like third game running. The guy was out of energy. They played another game. We decided we're going to take him off. But what's the point in keeping setting him out when he's not playing too much and then making him expect to play full 90 minutes? For me, I think it was the right call to take him off.
No, I get what you're saying, pal. But it's not it's not the amount of time he's playing in game. It's the amount of time he's playing games. So if you're only going to play him like once in every 10 or 12 games or whatever for that amount of time, that's no good for the kid. If you're going to put him in, you've got to put him. If we're up in a game and we're looking comfortable, and there's like 20 minutes to go, just get him on, give him some minutes. There's been a lot of opportunities where we could have done that.
This is the problem you've got when you've got when you're playing as well as Man United are with their winning formula. It's hard to change things, and I think Donny's just come in at a shit time really, where Ollie's got a structure that works, a system that works. And it's hard to find Donny, to get Donny. And I agree, he deserves 20 minutes here and there. But then, he's fitted Pogba in, he's fitted Bruno in. Sometimes you've got Fred on, sometimes you've got McTominay on, sometimes you think of Matic. There's a lot of people in Ollie's eyes, depending on structure and system or style he's playing, that he chooses over him at the moment because it's working when them players are coming on. So I think that's why. I think that's why you're struggling.
I agree.
You see it.
It's not that he's struggling. I think personally for me, I think I look at how obviously he's played. Let's not forget this guy's played more than 10 games at Manchester United, and what impact has he really had when he has played? I think Donny van der Beek is very, very talented, but when you have players on form, when you have an on-form Fred, and when you have a consistent Bruno Fernandes, no one's gonna outplace them players. Like Fred has managed to bench Pogba up until now. And same with Bruno. And we saw today, as soon as Fred and Bruno came on the pitch, he played better. And that's not a lie. Look at the stats. We had like a 20% possession rate when they came on, and we had 3 more shots on target than we did at the start before they came on. And I said it time and time again. You need these players on to restore energy, because we looked a little bit flat going into the second half. But we need those players to restore energy back, get back into the rhythm, and obviously we won the game. So I'm not too bothered with who comes off and who doesn't. But yes, Donny needs game time. Would I play him for a whole 90 minutes today? No. And I wouldn't have done that because he's not used to playing. So what I'd say is you get him in for a few 60-minute rounds every single game, then he'll drive through into the first team and start playing for 90 minutes. That's just how I would do it.
Yeah.
Cam,
I
do
mean,
you
if
you,
I mean, if
are you thinking like these are not really worries, and you're looking at Arsenal and the fact that they're not playing like anything like Man United are at the moment?
Bro,
the worry too much.
I'm seeing their like them what they're complaining about, and what they're complaining about is what we need at Arsenal. So I'm like, bro, they're complaining, bro. Be our team right now. You'll see the difference in what you're complaining about right now, bro. But you got Van der Beek, Pogba, and Bruno, yeah, and McTominay, who I think is alright as well. You're complaining
and
about.
Matic.
What do you mean we're
complaining about that? I'm not saying all you personally. I'm just saying, but there's people that complain about it.
Some Man United fans would be.
Yeah, Man United
complain about what though? I don't know what you mean.
Like they just complain, like, bro,
like we were lucky and stuff like that, and
basically,
lucky. There's no such thing as luck in football. There's no such thing as luck in football. But what I'd say is that there's magic. There's such thing as magic in football. Today we won the game fair and square. And I hear people saying that they want Pogba, Bruno, and Van der Beek in the same in the same team. Where's the defensive coverage and where's the energy set to be restored? Because you can't expect them three players to track back. Like we've seen, Donny isn't great going back.
True.
Pogba isn't great going back. You need Fred or McTominay in that team, or it's not going to work because you need defensive coverage. Because I know everyone jokes about me being a Fred sexual, but I'm just saying it straight. You need him in there to have energy, or you're not going to win games. Because you have the tenacity to win balls back. Like I saw him drop to the floor as soon as he comes on the field. He drops on the floor, getting bounced off a player, and he picks up the pace and tries tracking back to get the ball off the other guy. Then he's pushing up the field again. You need him in the team, and we've seen it. The stats are there, Matt, as well. I've showed you the stats of him in the team compared to when he hasn't been. We lost against RBL when he wasn't in the team. We played Pogba. Actually, no, we didn't play Pogba. We played Van der Beek, Bruno, and McTominay. We lost. It was too slow. Matic shot there as well. I assure you, it would have been a different game if Fred was there. Fred and Pogba had both started that game. Probably would have won it because Pogba scored 2 goals. That tells you something. When you scored 2 goals in the space of 20 minutes, if he was starting, Fred was there as well, I think we would have won the game. Probably like 4-1 or 4-2. RBL, when we first came up against them, Fred and Pogba both played in that game, and we won it. 5-0.
Ash, what do you think? Fred, Pogba, and Bruno is your best midfield right now?
I think it's our best midfield overall, actually, JK. I think it's our best midfield overall in terms of quality. But what I'd say is, it's an unpopular opinion, but not really anymore because a lot of people have been saying it. I think Fred is a top class player. Will he ever be world class? I don't think he will be because he has poor decision making. I think he's a top quality player though, not world class. He's top class. Bruno's world class and Pogba's world class. When you have two world class players and one world class player in the team, that makes your midfield beneficial to switch around, and that's why I think they're the best midfield that we have overall. So,
would you agree with Chris Welch here? Like coming from a Liverpool fan, of course, to say this, Man City semi-finals, as they love to get easy draws as always.
Probably.
Just to finish off everybody, because we will finish up in about a minute or two. Do you agree with this comment?
City make me sick.
Same.
Their fans don't.
Come on, City, let's win the league.
I like their fans. I'm good friends with Jan Rose and Epic Nin, but I highly dislike the way that people really they do sniff their asses a little bit. I won't lie, because I've got into many conversations with Liverpool fans who are just backing them now because they know that we are clearly on top of the league and they don't want to accept it. But if Arsenal were on top of the league, no one would accept it. And I can see one day, Cam, I'll be real right now. Same with you, Laurie, because I know you're an Arsenal fans. It won't be like this forever. It will not be like this forever. What you need to do is you need to find a system that works for you consistently and get a manager in, and then you'll start winning things. And that's how it is.
What you're saying there, Paul, that guy there about Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal, you know what? Arsenal, right, are suffering from what we are now coming out of, which was the fucking hangover of Alex Ferguson. Arsenal are suffering for the hangover of Wenger. Now, Arteta, for me, as if I was an Arsenal fan, I would be saying, you've got to give this guy the money and the time, because you're telling me, right, that this guy, Arteta, why was he Pep's number 2 for so long and so trusted with Pep at Manchester City?
Mate. He's a fraud.
No, who was a fraud?
Arteta, he's glitchy corrupted Arsenal's fan base.
Well, I don't know about that because I don't know the fan base, because obviously I'm not an Arsenal fan. However, what I know is that he was Pep's number 2 for a reason, because he knows what he's doing.
Just real quick, Wenger did that.
Well, yeah, no, I'm talking about now with this next generation. Like, there's going to be thousands of children in the future who aren't going to support Arsenal. There's like half a generation gone now that aren't going to support Arsenal. They're going to either go to Liverpool, Man United, or City. Tottenham is in better than the bottom of my shoe. I hate it. And the reason why Spurs fans were back in Liverpool is because they beat us 6-1 and they're in a worse position than us. And I've heard no Spurs fans come out and say a thing. I respect Alex. I respect Maya, because they've been on my show and I respect them. But
what about Charles?
And and Charles as well. But I have no respect. I have no respect for their team, because
what, you respect Charles?
They have cheats.
Not Charlie.
Yeah, he just confirmed he respects Charles. Clip that shit, man.
I respect him, but I don't respect his opinion, though. I respect him, but I don't respect his opinion.
Because he's kind of
quadruple him.
Like Leicester and no, not Leicester, Man City and Spurs are the only 2 teams that could still win the quadruple. So,
well, I don't know how quadruple and Spurs are compatible. But I think other services are available for that.
If United semi-final, we know they're gonna lose. So
I think we'll be lucky to get like 2 trophies.
Specialists of losses.
What team do you support, JK? JK, what team do you support?
Tottenham.
Spurs. Yeah.
Okay, I respect you as well. Sorry, I didn't know you were a Spurs fan. I thought you were an Arsenal or Man United fan. But guys, this you know, I'll be real. Laurie knows this as well, because he's always backing me on Twitter. He's always there saying I'm a realist. But there are definitely people out there who will soon voice their opinions on the teams in the top 6. And sadly, yes, Tottenham are a part of that. But Arsenal, you man need to fix up, get a new manager. But you know, I can't make Arteta change. But what I'd say is, I understand why people are Arteta in, because they don't want to keep resetting the process every single season. But what process? Where's the process? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, either the process is visible or there's no process at all. You know what I'm trying to say? So, it's what it is.
Still on the first step of the process, all right? Give us time.
Exactly.
Trust the process, guys.
We're still on the T. We ain't even got to the R or the U yet. We're still on the T.
No, we just haven't got to the second step. We didn't realize the second step was so big. And obviously, the process he meant, we thought we were adults, but obviously, he's a baby, innit? So, obviously, for an adult, that step is small, innit? But for babies, obviously, you know, they struggle on that first step, innit? They're like, ah!
Do you know what, guys? In my opinion, you know the problem that Chelsea and Arsenal have got at the moment is attitude from the players towards the manager.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't look at that manager,
Simeone, bruv.
If you don't look at that manager as, yes, boss, I'll lick your ass, boss. I'll go to bed at 9 o'clock, boss. I'll eat this, boss. I'll do that at that time, boss. Then it ain't gonna work. It has to be that way, because look at Pep Guardiola. He's the benchmark at the moment. You look at his City team, how they play. The reason why they play like that, because it's so intense, that lifestyle, that training schedule. And if you're not buying into that, forget it. You're not going to play. It's not going to work for you. You have to be 100% trusting in what I'm telling you. If you do what I tell you, you will be a winner. It's simple as that. And if Chelsea's players and Arsenal's players would only buy into what Lampard and Arteta are trying to do, and the respect they need, it would be a totally different fucking kettle of fish right now for both clubs. I'm telling you.
I kind of agree.
We're going to end it off there now, everybody. We're going to end it off there. Thanks everybody for coming on. Cam, first time on the channel as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me on. Obviously, catch me Monday night. Cam over on Sarcasm City TV on Gunners Talk.
Yeah, well, good luck for
Every
you,
Monday
dude.
night, 9 p.m. Sarcasm City, you know, is right there. Gonna talk. Catch me there every night, every Monday night.
I think
Say
I've
it
seen
4
you on.
times, 3 times, whatever. I'll
I've seen
repeat it
you on
until
other
you catch me
channels as
there.
well. I've seen you on other channels as well, dude. Is it?
Oh yeah,
you know,
no, I go on other channels. I go on Football Terrace sometimes, and I just go on
yeah,
other people's
that's what I've seen you.
on it.
Yeah, on the football tennis with what's the last who supports Newcastle called?
Kendall.
Kendall.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, I've seen you on there. Yeah.
What about
I
you,
don't-
Tom? Where can we find you?
In Salford in Manchester, mate. If you want to come over.
No,
I'm coming for a pint.
Just yeah, I've got a, yeah. You can have a look at my channel, but it's all I'm doing at the moment is some FIFA streams. But but that's about it really. But thanks for asking anyway. Appreciate it, mate.
Cheers for coming on, mate. Laurie, mate, what you saying?
You can find me on Twitter, Laurie Nix, XX. I'm everyone's biggest supporter, so get liking, get subscribe, get adding to me, and then trust me, you'll feel the love.
Laurie Nix, check it out, dude.
Yeah.
Check out Laurie, definitely. JK, all the way from
You can
Singapore.
you can find me on John Kai on YouTube, and you can find me on John Kai 19 on Twitter.
Brilliant. Cheers, John. And Ads from G&A TV.
Come on, bro. Yeah, you can find me at Adzills on Twitter, ADZILLZ. Yeah, you can also find me on GNA TV. We're doing a match reaction with man like Indiana and Jeremy and Jerry, of course, 21 and 21 guy. At 8:45. We're going for an hour stream. So if you guys want to pop in, make sure to ask for the link. And yeah, man, big up to everyone on the
Big
panel.
up, man.
Yeah, nice one talking to you.
Cheers, everyone. Last but not least, Charlotte had a long night, hadn't you, tonight? You're gonna go to bed soon, I reckon. Yeah, all that UFC, isn't it?
I know. It wasn't even worth staying up for. Like, it was a waste of my time, you know. But anyway, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Charles_strong. You can find me on Football United TV here on Thursday at 7 p.m. for Charles Classic Corner. We will be joined by Eleanor and Lambs. And you can also find me on GNA TV on Friday at 8 p.m. for the Women's Show.
Brilliant. Everybody,
sorry, Matt. Sorry, I don't know everybody. I know the guy in the hat. He supports Arsenal. I know that.
Yeah.
I think Realistic Gunner supports Arsenal. I don't know who does ads.
I support Man United, bro.
Okay.
If you have YouTube, check me out at 8:45 and come on.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, cool. And John Kai, who does John Kai support?
I support Spurs. You can check me out at John Kai as well.
Oh, Spurs on Spurs, all right. And lastly, Charlotte, is it?
Chelsea.
Chelsea, all right. Okay, cool.
I'm glad we sorted that out for you there.
Yeah, because it wasn't sure.
Want to make sure tonight.
Yeah. Cheers, fellas and lass.
Cheers, everyone. Please do subscribe, share, like. Go check out everybody else's content, and thank you so much for coming on. And yeah, if I can remember how to do this. See you later, everyone. Bye.
Deuces.